What's up, taters? How y'all doing? Uh-oh, let me put my ear in so I can hear myself a little bit. Guys, I know I am super early. But you know why I'm super early? Because I forgot it's daylight savings time. Even on my phone, it's telling the correct time. I literally have battery run clocks all over this house. And I was looking on the computer. The computer says one thing, but I look at this clock here, and I look at the clock in the hallway, and I look at the clock in the living room, and it just says another thing. And oh, by the way, I rebooted my computer. Hopefully, it won't shut down like it did yesterday. And so I'm like, this clock, like I'm looking at I'm not a digital clock. I'm looking at, what do you call it? Analog. I'm looking at a battery run clock right now with the little hand goes to 1, 2, and this and the other. And the thing said, okay, we're going to start it at 9 o'clock because it's like, it's 8:30. And I'm like, okay, 8:30. I go to schedule the stream, and the stream says the next available time is 8 o'clock. I was like, dude, it's past 8. It's like 8:33. Then I looked at my computer clock, and I'm like, oh no, it's 7:33. So I said, why waste it? Why waste that extra hour? Because I went to the gym, got my workout on, and we good. So I have a lot of work to do. And congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I will be uploading a video tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna do a video on this whole blackface debacle that happened. I don't know if anybody has talked about it. Let me see. Let me see. Has anybody talked about it? Hold on. Let's see. Because I'm so tired of these people getting outraged over blackface. They don't care. Blackface. Let's see if anybody talked about it this week. Today, right? Or was it? Oh, okay. So, okay. Okay. So, conservative, what is his real name? Black Conservative Perspective did it. Okay. So, he talked about it. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, and Watts talked about it. Okay. And, yeah. All right. I'm going to talk about it. I'm like, dude, y'all not gonna, not today, Satan. So I'm gonna talk about it because, you know, I'm so tired of the fake outrage. You know, the liberals did a whole, I'm gonna dress up as assassinated Charlie Kirk. Well, that's what they said. They're dressing up as the assassinated Charlie Kirk. Ha ha, see, it's funny. But first of all, Brittany is black. And then the other woman is racist. She's a proud racist. I believe it or not, I don't have problems with proud racists. As a matter of fact, I wish there were more of them out there. But a lot of people who want to pretend that they're racist are not racist because they love some black people. I have seen, Salty Cracker did it too, Jerry. What did he do it today? He must be shadow banned on Jerry. Is he shadow banned on YouTube? He must be, because he never comes up on for me ever. Probably. Where did you see it? You saw it on Rumble or did you see it on YouTube? Anyway, I'd be glad when these cheering things go away because nobody's catering to this. I'm so tired of seeing these purple crowns. Oh, you saw it on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, so it went viral. and I want to talk about it. So I think I'm not no I think I'm definitely going to do a video about it. So I'm kind of glad we're going to start early. And the other girl named Lily, she's proud racist. She says she's racist. She says she's racist. She discriminates against everybody except for white people, even though she has a biracial baby. Just saying. You can't be too racist when you don't even have a white baby. You can't be too racist if you don't have a white baby. Like, I'm like, come on now, all right? All right, so let's get down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I need to upload those pictures of my I know I showed it here on camera, but I need to upload the pictures to the community board so you guys can see how booful my sparkling water maker is. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Okay, let's go ahead and let's hope and pray, knock on wood, that the computer stands up, because I had it off all day while I was at the gym, while I was at home, and then when I came home here to my second home, I turned it on and I said, please don't shut off. Okay, here we go. So today is November the 2nd, and yesterday I do believe people say it's the first of the month. Come on and catch it, y'all. It's the first of the month. So every first of the month, people have their EBT cards, and it gets recharged every month. I've learned a lot that a very small percentage of people that are getting EBT are American citizens. So they can keep this up forever and ever. Amen. I want to give thanks to people, the preppers. When the whole COVID thing went down, I have some preppers in my community, and they were telling me, like, get your kit, make sure you have some food stored for at least 6 months, get some rice, get some noodles, and swap it in, swap it out, get some batteries, get a battery charger, all this other stuff. And I must admit, having excess food in a freezer box gives you, I can't explain it. Not only having, a pantry full of food and a freezer box full of food that you rotate in and out, right? It gives you peace of mind, no matter, and you want to hear something? Nothing happened to the point where we needed to go into the stash. So I'm sitting here saying, like, Now I've been doing this since 2021. No, 2020. Then COVID started the fall of 2019. And then the whole 2020, because that's when the elections happened. And then Trump bragging about, yeah, I got the COVID shot out in 8 months. 8 months. What did you only take 12 years? But I got it in 8 months. Do I say, dude, that ain't nothing to brag about? Okay. Oh, it went hell in March of 2020. Yeah. So, so I've been prepping since 2020. Like, got a lot of stuff. Got Katie did and Pea Shooter sent me a nice big old box. That was so nice of them. And lot of stuff in there, like solar panels. I got a generator. I got an electric one though. I got an electric generator. So in this house, by the way, so there's a lot of stuff in here, candles, blah blah blah. So I just want y'all to know that when you have excess food, not for just weeks, for months. I'm talking about months of excess food. You don't care what they do at the supermarket. You don't care what the economy is going to do with the price of food. I mean, granted, you still have to buy your perishables like your eggs and your almond milk. Stay away from cow's milk. Your what is another perishable? Fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, right? Why am I counting little perishables? Hold on a second. Fruits, vegetables, even those can be frozen, but only for 3 months. Bread can be frozen. Butter. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, don't get margarine. Don't get margarine. Butter, cream cheese, sour cream, yeah, stuff like that. But you can freeze your meats, you can freeze your seafood, you can freeze bread and things like that. But stuff that like eggs, you got to keep rotating them. Stuff like, unless you dehydrate them and then you put them in powder form. All right, let me stop talking. Because I ain't trying to be here with you guys for 2 hours. Okay. Now I'm not done be here with you for 2 hours. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's start here with the Agricultural Secretary Brooke Rollins. She talks about how the whole SNAP thing has to be revamped. And by the way, I agree with this. Maybe because so many illegals are on SNAP, that this is an opportunity for them to like straight up like get out of the country. But a lot of them don't have no damn baby, so who knows. But anyway, I do believe it needs to be reformed, and I support this.
The problem is you have an extremely corrupt program, but up until this administration and with President Trump's direct focus on this and making sure every taxpayer dollar is spent appropriately, we've never really had the opportunity to dig in. So we're going to be talking a lot more about SNAP reform. We've got a lot of people listening now, which is very, very helpful, and to take that program back to its original intent of helping those who are truly needy in our communities, but not to have a massive welfare benefit where so many people are taking advantage of it that shouldn't be.
And the thing about it is that, let me tell y'all something. We were on welfare when I lived with my mom. And once my mom, I do believe, hold on a second. When I went to go, when my dad took custody of me, something happened with my mama, right? And she got off of welfare, and she got herself a man. Boom, headshot. True story. She got herself a sucker too. But anyway, I believe that if you're on welfare, you should have a end game. You should have an end game. And I'm doing a live stream on my Patreon today, right? And I'm going to tell the women, aren't you glad you didn't have no babies? Stop listening to these men. You being selfish. You ain't having no kids. You need to be passing on my leg. I'm like, I mean, if you got the money, if you have the money to raise children with the husband, with the pappy, then go ahead and have kids if you want to have kids. But if you by your damn self in this uncertain time, and you're like, oh, should I have kids? Like, no, don't. Like, I look at women who, and I understand that everybody gets a oops baby, right? I get it. You have a oops baby. But boy, I'm sure not telling women, like, look at all that shaming those men trying to do to you to not have children, and look at how everybody like, how am I gonna feed my kids? How am I gonna feed my kids? Y'all not telling my EBT away. You have to be on EBT or government assistance. You shouldn't have kids. Because the same cucked religious conservatives who are going to tell you, don't get an abortion, that's killing the baby. They're not going to help you raise it. They're not. Tell them to shut the hell up and kiss your ass. These people talking about do something that they're not going to help you. They're not going to help you. They're not going to help you. So they don't have any say-so about what you do with your body. Anyway, so if you want to do a reform, okay, you can't sit up here and that's another thing. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, they complain about these women having all these damn kids, and that it's coming out of our taxpayer dollars, but. Don't get no abortion, Boom Shika. Don't do it, Boom Shika. Go ahead and have little Taquan. I know this is your 8th child. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? You can get on EBT and Section 8 and government assistance. So you don't want to have an abortion and you don't want to have the government assistance. You can't have it both ways. Idiots. Anyway, so let's move on to her saying this. Which is more insight on it.
Day one of USDA, February 13th, is we sent letters to every governor in America being very clear that no illegal aliens can use SNAP. 0, 0, 0. We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February, to send us their data and let us, with Doge and a war room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden. We increased almost 40% on this program in just a couple of years under the Biden administration. Of course, we know they were trying to buy the election, but that's a conversation for another time. And since we have asked for that data, 29 states have complied. Of course, almost all the red states, a couple of the couple blue states too. But in that data, and I haven't talked about this yet publicly, in that data we've studied about $100 billion in spend. We have found thousands and thousands of illegal use of the EBT card. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, we've moved off just since the president took office. We've arrested about 118 people. So this has been ongoing. But Rachel, to your point, what this conversation has allowed is a national spotlight on a broken and corrupt program. We found one guy in 6 different states getting a benefit. We found about 5,000 people that are dead who are still getting benefits. Like, it is time to drastically reform this program so that we can make sure that those who are truly needy, truly vulnerable, are getting what they need, and the rest of the corruption goes away and we can serve the American taxpayer.
I agree with this. Yes, girl, do it. And by the way, the longer the government shutdown, by the way, you know, I told y'all, I don't care about the government. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ray. Only 118 were arrested. Only 118? You may want to keep them numbers to yourself. That's pretty low. That's pretty low, okay? So, I just want to say that, you know, I think that when you look at the people who were on it, I think you should use that to make them. You need to have an audit in the who issues what is the Family Children Services, I think they say, but they can keep the government shut down for as long. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. And if you working for military, you still get to eat. You still get your stuff paid. Defects. Thank you, Joe. You still get paid. I mean, well, not paid. They still will provide for you. You ain't gonna go hungry. But I'm like, yeah, dude. And also, you can't sit up here and complain about Trump being the king, and then you asking the government and begging the government for money. Which one is it? Ladies and gentlemen, never depend upon the government. Never, ever, ever depend upon the government. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Don't depend on the government like that, right? You know what I'm saying? I like I was saying earlier about a certain type of peace of mind it is to have like months and months of stocked footage. Okay, it's footage. Did I say stock footage? Sorry, stock food. It's such a satisfying feeling. It's comfort. It feels like freedom. B1 Shop, speak the truth, keep up the fire. Thank you so much for the $2. B1 Shop, I appreciate it. How come it didn't say anything on my, hold on. Why didn't it say anything on my, oh, I don't have that enabled on this particular screen. That's why it didn't show anything. I'm like, it's still supposed to show something though. Okay. All right. So here we have, look at this. 25% of Haitian immigrants are on SNAP. 45% of Afghan immigrants are on SNAP. 52% of Senegalese immigrants are on SNAP. That's just ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. Why are we known as the welfare country?
25% of Haitian immigrants are on SNAP. 45% of Afghani immigrants are on SNAP. 52% of Senegalese immigrants are on SNAP. Yeah. We are redistributing the wealth away from productive Americans to foreigners and subsidizing their way of life. And that is unacceptable. And I'll tell you the truth, Carl. In 2024, there was a big tent coalition because of President Trump that voted away mass migration from the southern border. But in 2026, there's going to be an even bigger tent that says any type of immigration, whether it's legal or illegal, it has to stop. You cannot come into our country, impose your belief system, and force us to pay for your way of life. 25% of...
And you know who doing it? The Muslims. All right, here we go. High Calorie Family in Los Angeles says they're afraid now that SNAP is running out of money. We didn't ask for these kids, and and what are we going to do? What you mean you didn't ask for those kids? You could have swallowed them. Am I lying, chat? Chat, am I lying? I'm not pro-abortion here. I'm not like these stupid Christians. I'm very pro-abortion. I'm not a hypocrite. Not a hypocrite. Not a hypocrite. You'll never catch me being hypocritical. I'm sorry. If you had a oops and you want to suck that, okay. Hey, I'm all for that, honey. But you chose to have it. So if you chose to have it, that's on you.
Ever been to the food bank before?
No, we never have.
This is your first time here.
Correct.
Wow! Chat! Oh, there it go. B1 Shop, thank you so much for the $5. I am afraid of the next 5 years. I did 6 tours in combat from 2001 to 2015. I'm worried about the future, especially after Biden. Don't worry. The only thing you should hold on. B1 Shop, did you get out of the military? Please tell me you did. Did you retire out? Did you retire? Because I'm gonna say if you retire, you ain't got nothing to worry about. No! Yes, retire. Yay! Okay, you ain't got nothing to worry about, honey. But whatever you do not get back into the military. Okay? All right. 1997. Okay, cool. Don't stay out. Stay out. Don't get back in. Just stay out. Don't worry. Listen, our country's gonna be fine. We got some tough times coming. Just in case y'all don't know, the deficit went up $1 trillion. Yay. But let me tell y'all something. Don't worry about all this stuff. Just stock up on food. Stock up on stuff that's like if you get hurt, like Neosporin, alcohol, and I'm talking about the rubbing alcohol. Get some Band-Aids. Why am I having a hard time saying that word? Make sure you have water. I was gifted this straw, by the way. I was gifted this straw that if I was to get stuck in the woods, which I don't see me ever getting that, I could take this straw if I'm very thirsty, and I can go to any river and suck through the straw, and it purifies the water through the straw. So, and also get half your money out the bank and keep it with you just in case the bank's it's not going to. Yeah, the life straw. That's what it's called. It's called the life straw. Yeah, life straw. I have that. I have the life straw. I'm smart. So do that. Have your money at home. Make sure you have your guns and ammunition. And I mean, make sure you got your ammunition. I had some hardcore, we're talking about before COVID, that I had a couple of hardcore taters that literally would ship me ammunition for my guns and my rifles. And so I'm in this house. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm so Gucci. Okay. But hold on, dude. I thought he was big. No. Give me a break, dude. They both huge.
This is your first time here.
Correct.
Are you scared?
Well, highly afraid because, I mean, we didn't ask for these kids to come, and what are we going to do? Deny them? We have them. We have to take care of them. We have to find a way, and it's hard right now with everything that's going on. People are even afraid to come out of their houses to work. It's really bad. And especially with everything going on with the president saying that we have to hang in there, how are we going to hang in there with the kids? Like, there's no way at all.
Thanksgiving coming up.
Especially, imagine the people. It's not fair for anybody.
What is your message right now to the federal government?
I mean, what can we say?
I am not. Look, I want y'all to know I'm very heartless. These tears may move y'all. It don't do nothing for me. Listen to Rita. You can always go and clean someone's house. You can bring your kids with you. Well, not really, can you? Unless you're in a hotel. Unless you're someplace where there's nobody in there.
It's unfair.
Ever been to the food bank before?
No, we never have.
This is your.
Nobody should be. Oh my God, dude. Not this big. You. Okay, so we have somebody who tried to steal two. We have somebody who tried to steal two shopping carts of food out of Walmart, but they didn't make it.
Ain't no way. Hey, look at this.
She walked away.
Bro. Ain't no way. Bro, he just snatched that cart. And I really got that on video. Bruh, 2 carts full of stuff. Hey, yo. I just got all that on video.
They got on video too.
That's funny. He grabbed that girl up.
Oh, so he took it.
They got away though. They got away. What? Who? What? How is that my responsibility?
Okay. So all this, you know how they was doing all this yin yang and telling them, I'm gonna go up there on November the 1st and I'm gonna start stealing. I looked on TikTok. I looked on Twitter. Not that much stealing. It's not that much. I'll go look some more to see it. But some of these videos are staged. I saw a couple of videos that are staged, right? I saw a video of stage where you had this man, this mother in the parking lot. She's filming her kids all coming out with one item. And you got the little baby got a banana and a green pepper. That's why I knew this was staged, right? Had a bell pepper and a banana running out. You saw that, Laura? That's fake, by the way. That video is not real. Cause the daddy didn't even have nothing in the daggone cart. So the thing about it is that when you see these things, you're like, okay, that's just fake. That's just fake. Okay, that's just fake. They're running like, okay, open the car. Like, that's just so fake. The stores were empty today. You know what? I don't go shopping on the weekend, so I wouldn't know. I should have went, Mayo. No, your name is not Mayo Monkey. No, you did not name yourself Mayo Monkey. No, you didn't call yourself Mayo Monkey. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Why do you call yourself that? Because wait a minute. I gotta hold on. Let me see why you call yourself that. Why do you call yourself? Why are you? I need to know why you call yourself Mayo Monkey. He up there. I just saw what he said about the stores were empty on Saturday. And then I was going to say, yeah. And I said, yeah, Mayo Monkey. That's when I started laughing. Hold on, Dizzy. I got to figure out. Hold on. I don't want to put any ideas in his head. I really want to see why he called himself Mayo Monkey. B1 shot. Be careful to recognize AI slop and its Bishop true. Mayo Monkey, tell me. Thank you $2. Thank you for the $2. B1 shop. You see it? Okay. I was wondering did he get that from me? Cause y'all know that's. I haven't been calling white people Mayo monkeys in a long time though. Now I done moved to Snow Roach. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about on Twitter. On Twitter, when I get mad and I'm talking to white people who make me angry, I used to call them Mayo monkeys. But he keeps telling you it's pronounced Bishop. Oh, thank you, Disney girl. Oh, his name is Bishop, not B1 Shop. Oh, Bishop. Bishop. Okay, Bishop. All right. I keep forgetting y'all putting number 1 that stands for I, 3 stands for E. All right. See, Mayo Monkey to stop posting. Coward. Anyway. I stopped long time ago. I don't shop on it. Yeah, I don't go in on weekends. But Mayo Monkey makes a good point. I bet you it's not even full on a Saturday. I should have went.
So we walking in Walmart. My kids.
By the way, this is old. This is before Snap. So I just want to show you the difference between the ghetto of today versus the ghetto of when I was growing up. So, like I told you guys, my mom was on welfare, right? And because it's binary, using 1 and 0. Okay, Bishop. So, I was talking about this on the other channel where food stamps was just that. It was a book of stamps. You got a book and it had the money in it, the actual money in it. And along with the food stamps, if we received a box of food that came with it. Like the peanut butter in the tin container, bread, white bread, butter, that big old log cheese that's very hard to melt. I think we got, what else did we get? Oh, and Spam and Cornish hen and other disgusting stuff that I thought was delicious when I was young and dumb. Okay. That long box of cheese that don't even melt. It's so hard to melt. So we got that, and you were not allowed. I know this for certain, even though junk food is bigger now than when I was a little girl. You couldn't buy junk food on food stamps. You had to buy food. Okay, you could buy a box of cereal, you could buy milk, you could buy some frozen stuff, maybe some frozen TV dinners, but you couldn't buy cake, ice cream, you couldn't buy cookies, it was a lot of stuff. You could buy Kool-Aid too. So it was just a different time. And I think we need to come back to that, because now you got these people that are buying all this junk food. And I'm telling you, the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration allows a certain amount of drugs to be in the food, and it affects your state of mind. Okay. It affects your state of mind with all these chemicals in it, with all these preservatives, these additives, and a whole lot of salt, which is, in my opinion, I'm not making a medical claim here, YouTube. In my opinion, is a vicious cycle to get you from eating this stuff into the hospital. Because let me tell you what those doctors are never going to do. They're never going to tell you, hey, why don't you stop eating all those chicken wings with ranch dressing? Why don't you stop eating all that bundt cake? They're not going to do that. They're not going to tell you to stop eating all this junk food and start eating more whole foods, because they don't want to go out of business.
So we walking in Walmart.
And if you're a black person with a bonnet on your head, you are already ratchet.
My kids, they can get whatever they want. Hold on, let's go do a test run right quick. All right, so we got our test run. Here, y'all. Now let's go shop. Y'all can get whatever y'all want. Come on, let's go. Come on, wait, come on. This is how it's looking right now. And we're not even halfway done, y'all. I found these cute little things for their snack time. I think they'll like these. I ain't never bringing these kids with me no more.
So This one right here, we'll see jail once he reached the 2 digits. This one right here, be pregnant by 14. I'm psychic, baby. I'm psychic, okay? I'm so psychic.
That Maui, wowie. All right, Johnny, you got 2. Robbie, get one more. One more. Pick between those 2. Pick between those 2 right here, buddy. Hurry up.
Look at all the junk in that. Oh, my God.
All right, come on, let's go.
That's all we need.
Going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui, wowie. That Maui, wowie. 2 boxes of pee. Let get it. Let go. Let get it. Let go. Let get it. Let go.
This one.
All right, she ought to put in the bucket, so put those back.
That's a good stuff. That's how you walk.
Dude. Yeah. I'm sorry. When I watch stuff like this, they can definitely stay. They can definitely stay on. They can definitely keep the government shut down. Monos Howkey, thank you for the $5. Just got back from visiting the family from DC. DC. Oh, DC. You know I'm born and raised in DC, right? I'm shocked how many people making $150,000 a year are using food banks. Saving is not a virtue. You know what? I normally would hear something like that and be like, them cheapskates. But you know what? We have so many people who are financially illiterate out there. When people income increase, they end up increasing, like they end up buying, how should I say this? People don't live below their means anymore. Okay. And so when I hear somebody, that's true, Ray, but $150,000 should still put you in the middle class. I'm sorry. That's not poverty money. That's not it. I agree. It ain't no high value money, but it ain't poverty money. It ain't poverty money. And I think what people do is that they upgrade their lifestyle by getting loans for cars and vacations so that they can take it on Instagram. They can take all these pictures and put it on Instagram and basically show everybody, look, I'm living. Please, listen, hold on. I normally don't do this. Please, if you don't listen to anything I say, please stop trying to impress strangers on the internet who don't give a damn about you. Who just don't. I think the most miserable people are those who are going in debt or spending all this crazy money just to take pictures so you all can click and like, ooh, girl, is that them red bottom shoes? Ooh, girl, is that them Van Cleef? Is that them Van Cleef necklace you got on? Van Cleef, by the way. Or, renting a convertible, whatever, Porsche, whatever, and act like that's your car. Stop. Don't flex to people. This is what I always say, right? It's okay to have nice things, but you never want to put a sign on your back like, I got money. So if you all could read one book, I highly suggest you read The Millionaire Next Door. As a matter of fact, I insist that you get that book. They also have the audio version on YouTube for those of you who are like, I don't got the attention span to read. I can get it. I can dig it. They have that. You know what? I should give that book. I have the PDF version of The Millionaire Next Door. I should give it away to those that in my Patreon. PDF Millionaire Next Door. Okay. Yeah, you all should get that. Get that Millionaire Next Door. Please read it or go online and get somebody who's going to read it to you for free. You cannot be flexing. You have to have FU money to sit up here and start flexing like that, to where you can buy something and you don't even care because it's not going to put you in the poorhouse, you know. So, but anyway, getting back to $150,000 in the food bank, I do believe that if they're making $150,000, they are just not managing their money correctly. You can survive on $150,000 in Washington, D.C. You can survive very well $150,000 in Washington, D.C. That's my hometown. So if they got to go to the food bank, then they suck at financial literacy. If they got to go to the food bank, then it's terrible what they're doing to their money. You should be able to put aside at least 10%. Now, I'm not insulting any Christians out there, okay? I'm not insulting you, but that is what tithing is for. Tithing is for you to put 10% of your earnings. If you get paid every 2 weeks, put 10% of that away in an IRA or in a high yields savings account. Just put it someplace where you can't get to it, where you don't want to spend off of. Just put it somewhere put it away and forget about it. Oh my God, thank you for the gifted subs. Who gave me a gifted sub? Blue Tiger got a gifted sub. Joe just gifted a sub to Blue Tiger. Blue Tiger, make sure you thank Joe. So you put 10% away from that. You need to put it for you, just in case something happens, you lose a job, and save enough to have 6 months of an emergency fund. But like I said, $150,000 and they go into a food bank, they suck at money. Oh my God, thank you for the gifted subs. And that's Shizzo. And that Shizzo got himself a gifted sub from Joe. So there's that. It is so important to find a community that also shares your values when it comes to money. Facts to wit. Also, it's also important. That's what I'm saying. I think it's also important to find a mentor who lives. Now, you got to be careful because you don't want to get a mentor that's all like about flashing money, saying, look at my Bugatti. Look at my Bugatti. You ain't got no Bugatti. Look at my bad woman here. And you know what I'm saying? She got them big old inner two lips with them big old breasts and tiny waist and a huge BBL. You don't want that as a mentor. You want someone who has enough money that's earning interest. That's basically not earning interest. It's just basically earning. What are the words? Why am I not finding my words today? Okay. Live off the interest. Thank you, Ray. That's what I want to say. You want to live off the interest that your money is making. Okay. That's what you want. But I think a lot of people want to just showing off money, dude. I could never get with that. I could never. You're never satisfied. Let me tell you something. When you spend most of your time trying to impress other people, you're going to be very miserable. You're going to be very, very, very unhappy. I would never want to live like that. where I gotta worry about, I gotta make sure I got all my fancy jewelry, my bling bling, okay. All right, gotta get my nails done. I got one hand that's done, and I do it myself. Because this hand is so active. I just said that's my new style. I like, you know what? Since I got all these pretty nails on this hand, because this is the nice dainty hand, I'm just gonna just keep nails done on this hand.
This kind of muffin we had at school.
They gonna try these little cute things in their lunch. If you get it, I'm gonna make you eat it. Get it. Come on, put it in the bucket. Y'all knew I was not leaving here without my credit. Bye. We checking out. Cart 2.
2 carts. 2 carts of food for 2 kids. Asthma is an extreme example, but no one would know he's right. I would never use Asmongold as an example of how to live a life. Nope, wrong. I know that's your boy, and he is a multi-millionaire, but hell no, don't live like no Asmon. Hell no. Okay? You should never live in squalor. You should never live in filth. You should never live like that and you have that type of money. Never. And I'm not saying he has to. No, I'm saying he should be able to have a cleaner every damn day. I mean, he how not to be flashy. Yeah, I still wouldn't use him as an example. I see what you're talking about, but I just know he's just ugh. He said he lived like a wild animal. Yeah, I would use who would I use as somebody who's a multimillionaire but you don't know it? There's so many though. Come on, y'all, give me one. I don't know how Ethan Klein lives though, so I can't say him. Oh, PewDiePie. PewDiePie. Yeah, even though no, we don't mention Destiny here, but Destiny would be an example. PewDiePie would be an example too. Oh yeah, I forgot about PewDiePie. So yeah, so these are people who live, well, PewDiePie lives in Japan, so I can't use. I just realized PewDiePie lives in a very expensive Japan, so can't use him as an example. He wanted to live someplace where nobody knows him. But there are some people out there that are millionaires and you just can't tell.
For people who don't know, whatever, I'm a nurse, but I'm still on food stamps with my kids. So
you a nurse and you on food stamps? Another example of money mismanagement. There's no excuse for you being a nurse and you're on food stamps.
As a nurse in Arizona, we are still struggling, and we just got the text that it's not coming through. And no.
Miss Ma'am, what is this though? So you admitted that you bought NFL tickets for the Chargers and that you put them on a credit card or whatever the case is. But now you're sitting up on this app, bitching, whining, and crying about your food stamps.
Get her.
Miss Ma'am, you are exactly the type of person that we are talking about.
Slay!
Priorities. Fucking priorities are buying NFL tickets. Not making sure that you are extra stocked up for the children that you chose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are these women not having, are not stocking up? And like just put a padlock on a freezer box so the kids don't get in there. Like have some food stored somewhere.
To have. Good job.
Yeah. Charger tickets. This dumb woman. All right. We are about to hear from some based black men, by the way. Okay. So let's listen to them.
If the temporary removal of government benefits has done anything, it has exposed the extent to which dependency has been institutionalized. If you pay attention, the system's strength has never been in its generosity, but in its ability to make self-sufficiency seem impossible. It's almost like people don't recognize that dependency is the most efficient form of control. When the governed needs to rely on the governing to sustain their existence, authority no longer needs to demand obedience. It's voluntary. Now, let's be clear. What we are watching today is not a...
Y'all not hearing him? Y'all not hearing him? Y'all not hearing him? Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening.
Financial disruption. It's a revelation of how power sustains itself through engineered reliance. By the way, for all my protesters, this isn't about race. Power has no favorite complexion. It only favors those who forget they can stand on their own. But let me give you perspective. A system that feeds you also decides when you're hungry. Self-sufficiency is not a privilege, it's a birthright. Understand this, no matter what you are expected to receive, you are loyal to a system that is not invested in your well-being. It is invested in your continuation as a dependent. Yes, I am aware that assistance is sought out for many different reasons. A benefit card can keep dinner on the table, but it's also going to escort your confidence out the kitchen with it. The meal appears, yes, but the memory of your own capability is going to leave with it.
Damn! Oh my God! Oh! Woo! You ain't really hungry. You ain't really hungry. Okay? Hold on, we're gonna have to rewind that part back. I'm telling y'all listening, we in church now. We in church. Caleb Hammer's channel also shows how liberal white women are hard. Yeah, they are. Liberal people, period, are just terrible. Terrible with money. It ain't, I think maybe more liberal women, but I think conservatives and right wingers for the most part are better with money than liberal people.
It is invested in your continuation as a dependent. Yes, I am aware that assistance is sought out for many different reasons. A benefit card can keep dinner on the table, but it's also going to escort your confidence out the kitchen with it. The meal appears, yes, but the memory of your own capability is going to leave with it. And I say this to you as someone who's already been there where the help feels necessary. But what most people don't recognize when they're inside is the same system that's willing to give you assistance is the same system prepared to criminalize you when your need turns into an action. There's a great saying that goes, hunger is temporary, but the consequences to how you respond to it can last a lifetime.
God damn. I'm telling you. So some people are hungry and they're like, you know what? I'm hungry and I don't like this feeling. So you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to go hustle. I'm about to go knock on doors or go and ask if can I just rake their leaves for whatever they can donate to me. I'm about to go to any shop out there, and I'm saying, hey, can I just wipe your floor and clean out your lobby for $5? Like crazy wages, like you're just like just a donation or whatever, or if you could just feed me, you know. When I worked at McDonald's as a teenager, there was a man who would come by every Thursday. I don't know what it was about Thursday, because we threw away food every day. But he would come by every Thursday with his little van, and the manager, he got permission from the manager, and we would put the food in this particular clear bag for him, and he'll just come and pick it up every Thursday. I didn't know what the arrangement was, but every other stuff we just throw it in the trash like regular old day. So it's like I remember some people, like, they definitely, if they hungry, they know how to go for it. I don't know what the exchange was, but you know, there's that. So if you're hungry, are you going to go rob to get fed? Are you going to go steal? Are you going to go mug someone? Or are you going to like go hustle, go make money, go do something just so you can start from the bottom to the top? Okay, I forgot. Let me see. I think this guy is going to talk about the type of immigrants that are on food stamps.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. With 42 million people losing their SNAP benefits come November 1st, and then when I look at the numbers of the amount of people and where they're from, I'm gonna say this is a much needed process, bruh. Because you're telling me of the 42 million people, only like 30% of that 42 million are actually Americans? And I mean 30% of the 42 million are actually Americans who were born here, who are disabled, who are veterans, who are actually people who literally and actually need this assistance. Because if I'm looking at this report that says 51% of the total number of people that are receiving these SNAP benefits are purely because of their religious beliefs, meaning these people are Muslims or from the Islamic religion, Islamic countries. They're from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Somalia, these places. And they are receiving these benefits purely because, for one, their women aren't allowed to work. Their women aren't allowed to have multiple children. They are 100% supposed to be home to cherish and nurture their children. Their husbands are allowed to have multiple wives, and with those multiple wives having multiple children, meaning they're getting multiple thousands of dollars per month. And if you think about it, it makes total sense why the Americans that are getting the pocket change, who are not having kids.
God, he is basically destroying. Ooh, did I tell you I had some base black men up in here? Did I tell you I had some base black men? He ain't telling no lies. He is laying out so much facts. I am afraid for his life.
And even if they're having kids, they got like 2-3 kids, and then their 2-3 kids are disabled, right? And then they're the ones making all the noise because they're getting pocket change when these people from the Islamic countries are getting thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're in a household with 3 other women that are filing for these benefits as head of the household. So in the one house, there are 4 wives getting like 4 or 5 grand a pop because they have like 4 or 5 kids a pop, right? And their husbands are just going out to these meetings trying to convert more people. But at the end of the day, they're getting like $15,000-$20,000 a month for the one household. And who knows how many bank accounts they have. No wonder when I see these people going out on vacation, they're just so comfortable. And it's like irritating, but at the end of the day, this shit needs to stop, because a lot of these people came here, right? They came here seeking better, but then they came here to live the same way and the same rules, live by the same rules that made their country turn into shit in the first place.
Whoa!
And it's not just the Islamic people, because there are a lot that are from the Caribbean, who are doing the same shit. And like I said, it is wild to me, because they came here to seek better, but their version of better is to come here and lay up under these roofs and make these babies and live off of hardworking taxpayers. The crazy part is the loud ones are the ones benefiting or getting the least of the benefits that are being handed out. This is fucking crazy.
I told you I had some base black men. I told you I had some base black men. Told you I had some. All right. I forgot what she talking about. Oh, she talking about. Okay, I know what she talking about. Well, it says we don't care, but she's pretty good too.
So I'm just gonna say what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps. I don't care that you're losing your free medical. I don't care that you are losing your free housing. Now y'all are just getting a taste of what every other person is going through. I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you. I'm gonna give you a prime example of how broken this freaking system is. My son was in a very, very severe motorcycle accident involving a tow truck. We were in the hospital for almost a month. As a single mom with no support, and before any of you come at me about the single mom thing, no, I didn't expect myself to be a single mother, but you know what? Shit happens. Being a single mother with no freaking support, that is a month, actually over a month of lost wages over something that was completely out of our control. I was told by case management in the hospital, hey, the only way that your city is going to offer you any type of assistance is if you have an eviction notice. The only way that you're going to get help paying your bills because of these lost wages, because of an emergent situation, is if you have a shutoff notice. This is how broken the system is.
I think she's telling the truth. I remember hearing this. You have to be in dire needs in order to get assistance from the medical institution. I remember hearing this. I don't think she's making this up.
Because of an emergent situation is if you have a shutoff notice. This is how broken the system is. I work over 40 hours a week. And you're telling me that I'm paying into a system that I cannot benefit from? But you want to come on the internet and bitch and complain about losing your free benefits that you've probably been on for 10 plus years on a brand new phone? We are sick of it. We're done. We're sick of it. We don't feel sorry for you at all. Because now you're just getting a small taste of what all of us have been going through for years. So here's an idea. Instead of continuing to pop out children that you cannot afford, get a condom and a job. Because the average...
Well, you can't say that. No. I can say that. You can't say that, girl. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? She can't say that. She can't say that. I can say that. I can say that. She can't say that. Raphael said, you literally have to be a dirty, poor, or have no income to receive government welfare or housing. No. I'm talking about from the hospital. From the hospital. Like to get a relief from the hospital, from hospital bills. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not talking about like, you really don't have to be dirt poor to get nothing for no housing. That's not true. Yeah, from the relief. Because I told you guys, I had a grant that I didn't even apply for. I was just chosen. They paid for all my medical bills for that one time. Like I told you, I went to the hospital in 2018 for a staph infection. I was in there for a week. And I remember laying there, and this lady came up and she says, you know, if you want some financial benefits, we can basically have that for you. I'm going to leave the package. And I was so depressed because my face was so messed up. I never looked at those papers. And so I think 6 months later, you know, so I got the bill. I got the bill 2 or 3 months, two months later. And I was like, the hell with that bill. You know what I'm saying? So 6 months later, I snap out of it because the hospital bill was $36,000. And I said, let me go ahead and start making some payments because it went through, I think they were going to put it through collections. There was 2 different bills the whole bill took up $36,000. So there was a bill for a visiting doctor, and that went into collections. And then there was just the massive bill, right? So I called them and I said I was going to go ahead and make a payment arrangement. So I was going to pay $5 a month on a 36. I kid you not. I was going to pay $5 a month on a $36,000 medical bill. And she told me, she said, could you hold on for a second? For some reason, your account is locked. I can't even set that up for you. And then she came back and she said, oh, I got good news for you. You don't owe nothing. I said, what? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Yeah, I do. I owe $36,000. She's like, no, you don't. She said, you qualified for a grant because this was your first stay. And she said, wow, you never been in a hospital for sickness, before. And the only time I ever been in a hospital when I got stabbed, when I was a police officer, I got stabbed in the leg. I was out the next day. But this one right here was I can't even tell you the government thing that I qualified for, and they paid for all of it. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. Cause I was like, I do my best to stay out of hospitals. Okay. I think this one is ratchet. I don't like her. I know. Okay. So this is where they need to reform. They need to reform food stamps so that they can stop buying junk food. Okay.
Need to shut the hell up and sit down some fucking way, because when I get my food stamps, I buy food with my food stamps. I like to buy Pepsi because that's what I drink. Pepsi. I buy 2-liter Pepsis every time I go to the market. And I like snacks. I like to snack. The kids like to snack. So who is you to tell us that we can't buy Pepsis and sodas with our stamps? We should be able to get what the hell we want to get with our food stamps.
See, this is why we do need a reform. And when you look at people like this, this is where you're like, yeah, the government can stay shut down for the rest of the year.
Now you want to cut everything and talking about we can just buy food. So we supposed to spend money to buy the sodas and the snacks, just to have sodas and Kool-Aid and snacks and juices and stuff in the house for the adults and the children. When will this take effect? Because I better not get messed up for June. I need everything. I want to buy everything with my food stamps. Need to shut the
Yeah, they can keep that food stamp going, baby. This is a news story about, okay, so this is going back in time, right? And I found this to be, I knew this, but I didn't know to this extent. Maybe I did. Maybe you guys remember this. Never forget how much Democrat-run states were giving illegal aliens for free food. $16 for breakfast, $17 for lunch, and $31 for dinner. Meanwhile, American citizens on snaps are about to receive zero because of the Democratic shutdown.
Homeless and migrants living in hotels and motels. So just how much money is the state paying for lodging? Records obtained by the I-Team show the state has 17 contracts for housing, totaling more than $116 million. Those contracts are only for fiscal year 2024 and end in June.
This is something that we have been asking the administration.
2024? I thought this was during COVID.
For information on for better part of a year, and have been stonewalled on the information. So I think for you to get it, I think it's really important.
In some cases, the hotels are collecting money from the state for 3 meals a day. $16 for breakfast, $17 for lunch, and $31 for dinner. That means $64 a day per person. The state's right to shelter law requires it provide families with refrigeration and basic cooking facilities. But some of the accommodations do not have those appliances, leaving the state to contract out for food and delivery. Citing the emergency nature of the crisis, the state gave Spinelli Ravioli Manufacturing Company in East Boston a $10 million 6-month no-bid contract to provide meals and delivery services.
Oh my God, they got Italian food. You know I'm mad, chat. Oh, chat, you know I'm mad. $10 million, $10 million. They get Italian food. They get Italian food. Guys, remember I got sick on my birthday because I had too much. I eat Italian food every birthday. I'm going to break that next year because I got sick. Which gives me, I love Italian food. I love Italian food. I love Italian food. But I think next year I'm going to maybe do Greek for my birthday instead of Italian food. Got to break the cycle. Okay? Because for me to get sick, and I was in front of the camera too. If y'all ever want to go, like what was that? I was in front of the camera. If you go back and look at March the 3rd, or maybe March the 2nd, and maybe it was on my birthday, but after, no, it was the day after my birthday. I'm sitting there with the afro wig and I'm sick because I ate too much food the day before.
Spinelli's tells the I-Team, as an approved state vendor, we have the ability to deliver emergency meals and mobilize quickly. We are not the exclusive.
These people get, I am jealous. I know you guys can't tell, but I'm mad and jealous. How they get some Spinelli? Americans, less than 1% of your population are farmers. You can't produce the food you need to eat and will be starving in 10 years after China is done buying all your farmland. Nuh-uh. Look, hold on. Maybe y'all gonna be starving, but I am part of a garden. It's not called a garden co-op, but I am part of a co-op where we have some nice white men and white women who love growing food in the farmhouse as well on a little plot of land. And I I pay for it every month. And I get my food. Not all of it, though. Not all of it. So, I'm Gucci. I am going to start growing some carrots. Because there's a bag. Growing carrots in a bag, it looks really, really easy. Okay? So I'm not worried about ching chong ding dong owning all the. Actually, believe it or not, I'm not worried about the Chinese owning land. It ain't the Chinese you need to be afraid of. It's Bill Gates you need to be afraid of. So I think you're giving fake news. As a matter of fact, I know you're giving fake news because Bill Gates own more farmland than the Chinese, and Bill Gates is the one who want to Frankenstein the food. That's what that is. Bill Gates is the one who wants the food to be produced more in laboratories and not in the gardens. He's the one who is invested in Monsanto. So yeah, no, that's not true at all. Yeah, he's the one who wants to eat the bugs. Right, there you go. He's the one. Bill Gates is more of a threat than anybody Chinese. As a matter of fact, if you want to know who I'd rather have on land, farmland, it would be China. I don't even like China. China ain't trying to Frankenstein my food. Bill Gates is. Bill Gates is pissed that impossible meat stock damn crash. Cause people are like, I ain't eating no impossible meat. I'm gonna give me a real burger. And I'm not a meat eater. I'm against it. I'm very much against it. But people don't want impossible meat. They don't want that stuff. And vegetarians don't want it either. Vegetarians want actual veggie burgers that made from vegetables. Like Bill Gates is an evil scientist. Yeah, I know Bear owns Monsanto. I don't understand what the hell are you talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. I said like Monsanto, dumbass. First of all, you just mad because I basically called your stupid ass out. You trying to peddle fake news about China owning all the farmland when it's really Bill Gates. You dumb monkey. You chipping out. You chipping out. Okay. Look. Go cool off. Go cool off, dude. Bayer on Monsanto. I don't care. I said he's like Monsanto. Bill Gates is a villain. You just mad because you came into my chat passing out fake news thinking that I was going to go, oh no, China. Baby, the best thing, if it comes to Bill Gates owning land versus China, give it to China. If I have to choose between the two. Because let me tell you something. China ain't trying to Frankenstein my food. If I was to go to visit China, which I won't, I ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of chemicals in my food over there. They are way more healthier over there in China than they are over here when it comes to food. So you just mad because I didn't fall for your damn fake news. China's gonna own everything. By the way, China ain't gonna own a damn thing, dude. What are you talking about? We still have black farmers and white farmers and maybe some Hispanic farmers down here in Georgia, and they ain't owned by no China and no daggone and no Bill Gates. So I don't know what y'all live at, but I'm also part of a co-op. We have a little land, and plus you can go into the and I think every state has it. I think every state has a co-op, a farm co-op, or someplace where you plant food. But anybody can plant food in your house. They got it where you got these bags. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Cause I wanna start growing some carrots. Hold on a second. Garden bags to grow food. It's got a little window thing inside of it. You can look and see the, where is it? Am I using the right word? Oh, I didn't put the bag in there. Oh, my bad. Garden bag. Okay, see, yeah, this right here. This is what I want. This one got potatoes, but you can do like carrots and stuff like that. And onions. I want to grow onions too. I want to grow some onions and some carrots. See? Look, see? Carrots and onions. So, guys, don't let people do the fear mongering towards you. Don't ever rebuke that, and don't ever let somebody try to scare you like that. Okay? Don't ever do that. we live in America, baby. We live in America, and don't ever think you're going to be in a position where you are downtrodden. Don't even accept that. You all are going to be just fine. You sent me a super chat, Celine. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you sure do. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Celine. I'm so pissed off at that this stupid inbred Thomas. China's coming for you, boogeyman. People gotta pull themselves up by their bootstraps. There you go, Celine. There you go. We live in a very good country, baby. You gonna be just fine. Y'all gonna be just fine. Don't let no monkey come up in here and start taking a shit in his hand and throw it at you. Duck. And then go about and then get out of his line of fire. Because in the end, he has a hand covered with shit. Okay, there's that. So, if y'all interested, start growing. You just grow a couple of stuff. I want to start growing some purple onions and some carrots. That's all I want to do. That's all I want. Onions are fun to grow. I heard, Raphael. I heard all you got to do is take a organic onion and then leave it alone, and the little stem will grow a little plant, and you can just plant it you can plant it in the dirt, and it'll just start growing other like leaves, like not leaves, roots and stuff. A third world country, people would love to be poor in America. That's right. They would love to be poor in America. So we got it good, honey. Don't y'all just be thankful. Thankful that you are born in the USA. I said, born in the USA. Born. All right, I got 2 more videos and then I'm gonna shut it down. Okay.
So I'm at home doing work right now, and like you, I'm seeing a lot of conversation online around the SNAP EBT situation, and it's my job to say what we're all thinking, okay? It's come one, come all to the Halloween ball on my page, but we gotta have some hard truths. First off, these liberals might not like President Trump, but he is working right now to get money into the SNAP program for the recipients who need it, like he worked to get the troops paid during this Democrat shutdown, okay? The Democrats are the reason you folks don't have your SNAP or EBT.
True!
But as our Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, was saying on TV this morning, there are 21 states, 21 Democratic states that are trying to hide the fact that they are giving SNAP benefits to illegals. There are dead people collecting SNAP benefits. There are folks gaming the system, okay? This is the United States of America. There is no reason 42 million people qualify for SNAP benefits. Now, there might be some folks watching this or folks who follow me who receive SNAP, who receive EBT, and I am fine with that as long as you actually need it. If you are starving, if you are elderly, if you are disabled, if you are a veteran, if you're in a really tight spot. But some of these folks I'm seeing online, they seem able-bodied, they seem fit, they seem healthy, except for some who look like they have diabetes, but nonetheless, they could be out there working, okay? Instead, they are filling their shopping carts with Cheetos, Doritos, Fritos, Pepsi, soda, all using SNAP that our tax dollars pay for. I saw a video earlier today where this girl was in her car. She had her hair done, she had piercings, she had an iPhone. She's sitting in a vehicle complaining she did not get her SNAP benefits today, okay? She did not get her food stamps from the United States government, and she had to spend a couple of her own dollars on some food and some makeup at H-E-B. Like most of you, I get up at 6 a.m. every single day and I work my ass off. I don't even want 1% of my tax dollars going to this lazy ass chick sitting in her car, okay? This welfare queen who wants us to pay for her makeup and her food. She can afford an iPhone, a car, to get her hair done, to get piercings and tattoos. Get your ass off the couch and go work. It's not our job to pay for you all the time and to subsidize your lifestyle. Okay, if God forbid I lost it all and I was destitute and in a really bad spot, I still would not expect the government to pay for my entire life and to get me back up off my feet, especially the illegals collecting SNAP who ran into the country last year illegally. Now, we all know we have a chronic disease epidemic in this country, but 65% of people on SNAP are considered obese. And when I look at these shopping carts, okay, it's Fruity Pebbles, it's Cheetos, it's a bunch.
What?
back up off my feet, especially the illegals collecting SNAP who ran into the country last year illegally. Now, we all know we have a chronic disease epidemic in this country, but 65% of people on SNAP are considered obese. And when I look
Oh my God! 65% of people on SNAP are obese?
at these shopping carts, okay? It's Fruity Pebbles, it's Cheetos, it's a bunch of ultra-processed foods. They're not buying salmon, they're not buying chicken, they're not buying steak, they're buying a bunch of junk. So we're paying for 42 million people to collect these benefits, and then we're gonna pay for them when they're sick and in the hospital and have diabetes and all of these
I said that too. I said it's a vicious cycle. You eating all this junk, going to the hospital, then go get out of the hospital, go back and eat all this junk. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not feeding your body food. You're supposed to eat to live, not live to eat.
Because they bought junk with the SNAP money. And look, I know I sound like a bitch right now. There are gonna be people in my comments like, you cracker bitch, shut up, you spoiled privileged person. Look, I get it, but I am just speaking the truth, and I have no problem with some folks being on SNAP, EBT, who are in a hard place. That is not a problem for me, okay? We're the most prosperous nation on earth, but there are folks gaming the system who are able-bodied, and there are folks right now who say they're going out there to steal and they're grabbing food and running out of stores because they're not getting their food stamps. Well, if you guys are so able-bodied to steal, maybe you guys could go get jobs. So I look forward to this administration getting in there in the SNAP program and shrinking the list, okay? That 42 million needs to go maybe down to 10, 5, 4, those who really need it, those who are in exceedingly bad, tough situations. That's who should be getting these benefits, okay? Not illegals, not folks who are able-bodied driving around in fancy cars with iPhones, not folks out there bragging on social media about their SNAP and EBT, the folks who really need it, folks who served this country. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment.
That was pretty good. Base white gay guy, yes. Okay, this is the last one. This is the last one, y'all, and then we're done. And then expect to see a video from me tomorrow. Yay!
Out here screaming like, oh my God, SNAP is ending and kids are gonna go hungry. But the truth is, every single one of you has misguided anger. This is gonna be a controversial take, so before you come into my comments and rage, just know that I was a food stamp kid and we faced some really shady times in those early years. But my mother would have sold her soul to make sure that we had food to eat. If you're in a position where the government can completely remove your ability to provide food for yourself, you're too reliant on the government. It is nobody's fault but your own.
True.
The second book of Thessalonians tells us that if you don't work, you don't eat. So when you're out here with your bleeding heart, crying over all these kids that are potentially going to go hungry, who should you really be mad at? You can scream Orange Man bad all you want, but the truth is that it's the Democrat socialists that are to blame, and not even the ones that are in office right now. First, they convinced you that they were coming to rescue the needy with the New Deal and the Great Society, both of which were Democrat initiatives. And Obama came in and massively overextended the program to get everybody hooked on the system. And now the government who promised to feed you is the same government who has the power to starve you. If you want to be mad at somebody, fine. Be mad at the parents who aren't willing to provide for their own children. Be mad at the people who believed the lie that total government reliance was a fail-safe plan. Be mad at the Democrats for proving to you once again that socialism doesn't work. Or be glad that they gave you this modern day example of how socialism never works. And then remember that when you go to the voting booth.
Okay, chat. Okay. Well, this was a very good show today, wasn't it? Hello, Eric. Who else? I thought I saw Robert in there with you. Hey, Alexi. No, that was Tommy and Robert. There we go. Tommy and Robert. Yeah, this was a great chat today. So, back to my sad clinker life working for the man. Billy Ray. Don't worry, Billy Ray. You just make sure you check out my video tomorrow. It's going to be funny and informative. So, how can anyone be that stupid to think EBT is only for kids? You're purposely pretending to be that stupid attention. Yes, saying we don't have the kind of stuff here either. Oh no, not me yawning. I got a lot to do today. Did I miss the kitty cat up? Oh, okay. You know what, James? No, and I'm glad you remind me. So let me give y'all a kitty cat update. Today was raining, right? So I'm happy to tell y'all that I finally got Toby to stop beating up on Midnight. I don't know when he stopped doing it, but I noticed he stopped doing it. But Toby, I literally saw Toby literally fight another cat that was bigger than him, because that other cat was coming onto this yard. I guess that cat was like, I heard there's some food over there. I also think Midnight is living in the house that I built. And let me tell you why I think she's living in the house that I built. Because I saw some straw on her back. And in the house, I put straw in there, but I also put like a black cloth in there too. But it's so much straw in there to keep it nice and cozy and everything like that. So I saw some straw in the back on her back, and I'm like, it's Midnight, but I haven't checked to see if she's living in that house. I would be so happy if she is, right? So I finally got Toby to stop beating up on Midnight. Midnight is, now that it's raining, it was raining. I was like, I'm not going to go outside and feed these cats. So they had to come in. So she came in the house and ate. Now, I had to keep the door open because she's just jittery. If I walk into the kitchen, she'll run out. Then she'll come back in. She'll peep her head in, which is so funny. Then she'll come back and get some food. Then if I come out and I put the glass on the table, she'll run back out. It's a constant running out, running in, running out, running in, running out, running in. And I got mad. I said, you know what? I'm tired of you running out of this door. And I closed the door. And she started going like this to the door, like, I'm in this house with this black woman's help. And I'm standing there, and she goes to the food and start eating it like crazy. And I go, what is this about? So, and then once she finished, then I opened the door, and she left out. She got the hell out. Then she came back and wanted more food. Now Toby is getting to the point where I gotta chase him all over this house to get him out of the house. Toby knows English, by the way. Toby knows when I say, okay, get out. Because what happens is that Toby will eat, and when Toby is full, Toby will leave some hard food in the tray. So once he leaves hard food in the tray, that means he's full, as far as I'm concerned. So I say, okay, now get out. And Toby go, no, I'm still eating. And he'll pretend to be eating. And I'm looking at him like not eating. He'll look around and he not even eating on anything. But there's food in there. And then he'll just start walking around the living room like, I sure could get used to this. So I have a cardboard box. I have a cardboard that I use to guide him out. And when he see me grab that, he normally get out. He normally like, okay, I gotta leave, right? But when I got it today, he was like, no. I had to pop it don't hurt. I had to take his little butt like, get out. And he looking at me like, that don't hurt. And I had to pick his little ass up and take him outside in that rain like, this is where you live. You. Them cats, dude, them cats. Them cats. I'm telling you, hold on. They get on my nerves during the process, but I'm sorry. After it's over with, I can't help but laugh. I can't help but laugh, though. I literally can't help but laugh. They be living inside. No, they won't. You sound like you're talking about. I know it does sound like I'm talking about kids, isn't it? Oh, God, no. One scaredy cat keep running. You go and eat, then run out the house, then run back in. And dude, it's cold outside. I closed that door. I said, you staying in here till you eat, and then you can get out. Oh, but they make me laugh though. They make me laugh. Lord of mercy. So, anyway, so that's the cat update. I hope that Midnight is using the little house I made. That will make me very happy. I know Toby isn't, because I watched Toby. Toby goes across the street somewhere, okay, and go and sleep. But I don't know where Midnight is going, so I don't see where Midnight's going though. Then kitties get serious cat Riz. Yeah, they are 4-legged kids. God, dude. I was saying that today. I said, this is why I don't have no kids. So that's the cat update. That's the cat update. Every day is like, I deal with them every day. I deal with the cats every day. It's not a day I don't deal with them. It's always something new. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy that the computer did not shut down. So with that being said, y'all take care, and I'll see ya on the video tomorrow. Okay. Later, taters. Bye.